Welcome dear students. So let us begin with the last session of our exercise 17a. So the first question for the day, that is question number 49, will be your homework, as the question is very easy, right? So let's begin with the question number 50 for the day. Alright, so here I have already written the solution. So let us see what is happening in the solution. So question says, in the given figure, PQ is the diameter. So PQ is the diameter with center O. Alright. Now given is ROS, that is this angle is given to be 42 degree. So we need to calculate what is our angle RTS. That is, we need to calculate this angle. Alright. So let us see how to do this sum. So here in the solution we have in triangle OPR. So triangle OPR means this triangle. Okay. So in this triangle, OP and OR both are my radii, right? So that's why it is written OR equals to OP. So that's why if these two are equal, then this has to be isosceles triangle. So that's why this angle and this angle, they will be equal to each other. So that's what is written, and I'm assuming these two angles to be x. Okay, so this is also x and this is also x. All right, so we have sum of the interior angles will be how much? It will be 180. Right, so that's why only this angle, that is POR, will be nothing but 180 minus x, which is 180 minus 2x. All right, now similarly let us have a look at this. All right, so in this also we have OQ and OS, both are equal because they are radii of the circle. So here also you need to write radii of the same circle. Alright, now again this is isosceles triangle, so that's why this angle and this angle both will be equal, and I'm assuming that angle to be y. Alright, so that's why this remaining will be how much? This will be 180 minus y, that is 180 minus 2y. Okay, so SOQ is 180 minus 2y. Okay, now we know that POQ is a straight line, right? So POQ is a straight line. That means this angle plus this angle plus this angle will be how much? It will be 180 degree. All right, so we know that POR is how much? POR is 180 minus 2x. RO is given to be 42, right? And SOQ turned out to be 180 minus 2y. Okay, so let us simplify this. So after simplifying, you will see that you'll have 222 degree minus 2x minus 2y equals to 0. Okay, so just find the value of x plus y from here. So x plus y will be equals to 111 degree, and let me call this as equation 1. Okay, now let us have a look at this biggest triangle, that is PQT. All right, so in this triangle also, angle P, angle Q and angle T, when they are added, I will get 180 degree. Okay, so angle P can also be written as OPR, angle Q can also be written as SQO, and angle T can be written as RTS, which we need to find, right? Okay, so what is OPR? OPR is this angle, and this angle we already took this to be how much? We took this to be x, right? So we have taken this to be x, so that's why instead of OPR I am writing x. Okay, and SQO is this angle which was taken to be y, right? So that's why I have written y here, and RTS. All right, now RTS will be equals to 180 minus x plus y. So this is taken to the right hand side, and we know that x plus y from equation 1 is how much? 111. So instead of this I have written 111 here. All right, so 180 minus 111 is 69 degree. So my answer, or the value of angle RTS, is 69 degree. All right, so pause the video to note down. Okay, let's have a look at question number 51. So question says, in the given figure, PQ is the diameter. Okay, so PQ is the diameter, chord SR is parallel to PQ. Okay, so SR is parallel to PQ as it is given here, and it is given that angle PQR, that is this angle, is given to be 58 degree. All right, so we need to calculate angle RPQ, that is RPQ means we need to calculate this angle. All right, and the next one is STP. So STP means we need to calculate this one. All right, now before we begin, let me do some construction, and that construction is to join P and R. All right, So that's why it is written join PR. Okay, so after joining PR, we clearly see that PRQ will be 90 degree because it is angle in a semicircle. Alright, so it is written PRQ is 90 degree. Now if this is 90 degree, then the sum of this angle and this angle will be how much? It will be again 90 degree. Alright, so that's what is written out here. Alright, now we know that this angle RQP, or if you read it opposite way, that is PQR, is 58 degree. Alright, so instead of this I am writing 58 degree, and from here RPQ turns out to be 32 degree. Alright, so the first answer is 32 degree. Okay, now let us have a look at this diagram carefully. Alright, so SR and PQ both are parallel, so that's why this line, that is PR, acts like my transversal. Alright, now if this is my transversal, then this angle and this angle, they are alternate angles, so that's why they will be equal to each other. Alright, so since this is 32, so that's why this is also 32 degree. Okay, now what kind of quadrilateral is this? This is a cyclic quadrilateral because S, T, P and R all are lying in the circumference. Alright, so we need to calculate this angle, right? Now the opposite of this angle is this angle, isn't it? Now the sum of this angle and this angle will be how much? It will be 180 degrees since it is a cyclic quadrilateral. Alright, so that's why it is written 180 degree. Now what is SRP? So SRP turned out to be how much? 32 degree. So that's why instead of this I'll write 32 degree. Alright, so from here STP turns out to be 148 degree. Alright, so this will be my final answer. So pause the video to note down. Okay, let's have a look at question number 52. So in this question, AB is the diameter of the circle with center O. Okay, OD is parallel to BC. That means this line and this line both are parallel to each other, and angle AOD is given to be 60 degree. So we need to calculate these three angles here. Alright, so let's see the first one, that is angle ABD. So ABD means we need to calculate this. Alright, now if you pay attention to this arc AD, this arc AD subtends angle AOD with the center, and in the remaining part, that is in the remaining part means in this remaining part, the very same AD subtends angle ABD, right? So we can say that this angle is just half of this. Alright, so that's why I've written, okay, so I've written join BD here. So arc AD subtends angle AOD at the center, and angle ABD at the remaining part of the circle. So that's why we have ABD equals to half of AOD. And how much is AOD? AOD is 60, right? So from here my ABD turns out to be 30 degree. So the answer for the first question is 30 degree. Okay, now let's move on to the next part, that is DBC. So let's see where is my DBC. So DBC means we have to calculate this angle. Alright, now we came to know about this angle just now, isn't it? Now let us have a look at this triangle. Now both OB and OD both are my radii, so that's why they are equal. Alright, so if they are equal, then this angle and this angle both has to be equal to each other, right? Now if this angle is done, then we know that this and this both are parallel. So how much ever is this angle, this will also be the same because they are alternate angle, and we are asked to find DBC, that is this angle. Alright, so that's what is written out here. So in triangle OBD we have OB equals to OD, this one, right, because they are radii of the same circle. So that's why this angle and this angle will be equal to each other, and we know that this angle is how much? This is also known as ABD, right? So we already know the value of ABD, which is 30 degree. Alright, so that's why this angle is also 30 degree, that is ODB is equals to 30 degree. Okay, so it is given that OD is parallel to BC. Alright, so that's why these two angles will be equal, that is these two angles will be equal because they are alternate angles. And what is the value of this angle? This is 30, so that's why this will also be my 30 degree. So my second answer is 30 degree. Okay, now we have OBC, that is OBC means this full angle will be equals to AOD because they are corresponding angles. So again, since these two are parallel, so that's why this angle and this angle, they are called corresponding angle. All right, so this is also my 60 degree. Now we have A, D, C and B all lying in the circumference. So I can say ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral. All right, now in cyclic quadrilateral, sum of this and the opposite one, that is ADC, that is this angle, will be 180 degree. All right, and we know what is ABC. ABC is also known as OBC, right? Angle ABC is also known as OBC, and we know that ABC will be equals to how much? 60 degree, right? So instead of ABC, I have written 60, and from here ADC turns out to be 120 degree. All right, so pause the video to note down. Okay, let's have a look at question number 51. Question number 53. So question says, in the given figure, O is the center of the smaller circle, and this small circle lies on the circumference of the bigger circle. It means the center of the smaller circle, that is O, lies on the circumference of the bigger circle. APB is given to be 75 degree, that is this angle is 75 degree, and BCD, that is BCD means this angle is given to be how much? It is given to be 40 degree. So we need to calculate AOB, ACB, ABD and ADB. All right, so let's begin. Now before that, let me join AB and AD, that is this one. All right, okay, so we see that arc AB. Okay, so for the smaller circle, don't get confused with the diagram. For this smaller circle, AB arc is out here, all right, and center is here. Okay, so O is the center, so this arc AB subtends angle AOB with the center, and in the remaining part, that is in this part, again the AB arc subtends angle APB. So that's why I can say this AOB will be double of APB, right? So that's what is written out here. All right, and we need to find AOB. Now do we know APB? Yes, we know APB to be 75 degree. So that's why 2 into 75 is 150. That is the value of angle AOB is 150 degree. So this is our first answer. Now next question is ACB. So let us see where is ACB. So ACB means we need to calculate what is this angle. All right, now if we see this bigger circle, O, A, C and B is a cyclic quadrilateral because all of them lies exactly on the circumference. Okay, so that's why it is written OACB is a cyclic quadrilateral. Now we need to calculate this angle, isn't it? Now the opposite of this angle is AOB. All right, now AOB plus ACB will be equals to obviously 180 degree because they are opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral. All right, now do we know AOB? Yes, we know AOB to be 150 degree. So from here ACB turns out to be 30 degree. So this is my second answer. All right, so my angle ACB will be 30 degree. Now let us go to find ABD. So ABD means this angle, right? So this full angle is my angle ABD. All right, now if I see ABDC, all right, so ABDC is also a cyclic quadrilateral. All right, now in this we need to calculate ABD. So ABD and ACD, when they are added, I will get 180 degree. All right, now this ACD can be written as this plus this, right? That is ACB plus BCD. So instead of ACD, I have written ACB plus BCD because we know the value of ACB, which is how much? 30 degree. And what is BCD? So BCD is also equals to, okay, so let us see what is BCD. So BCD will be equals to, okay, so from here we have BCD equals to 40 degree. It is already given, right? So angle BCD is given to 40, so that's why ACB is 30 and BCD is 40 degree. Now from here, if you calculate, your ABD turns out to be 110. Okay, so 110 degree will be your answer for the third question. All right, now let us move on to the last part. So in last part we need to calculate our ADB. All right, now if you see in the bigger circle, this AB is making two angles in the segment this part. Okay, in this segment AB is making two angles, one is ACB and another is ADB. Alright, so that's why this angle and this angle both will be equal to each other. So that's what is written. So ACB and ADB are in the same segment, so that's why they will be equal to each other, and we already know that ACB is 30, so that's why this will also be my 30 degree. Alright, so pause the video to note down. Okay, let's see question number 54. So 54 says, in the given figure, BAD is 65, ABD is 70 and BCD is 45. All of them have been already marked. So we need to calculate what is BCD and ACB. So let us first find these two angles, and later on we will see that AC is a diameter. So BCD, let us locate where is our BCD. So BCD is lying out here. Alright, so this is my BCD. Alright, and this angle is given to be 65 degree. So obviously ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral, and this angle and angle BCD both are lying opposite to each other. So that's why their sum is going to be 180 degree. Alright, so what is BAD? BAD is 65. So from here BCD turns out to be 115. That is, this full angle is how much? 115. So we found our first answer. Now let us find our second answer, that is ACB. So let us see where is our angle ACB. So ACB is this angle. Alright, okay, now if you see this AD, okay, so AD is making two angles in this segment. Okay, in this segment this AD is making one angle is ACD, right? So ACD, and another is ABD. Alright, so AD subtends angle ABD and ACD in the same segment, so that's why they will be equal to each other, and this one and this one both will be equal, and since this is given to be 70, this will also be my 70. Alright, now our aim is to find ACB, right? So we know this full angle, this is 115, and if I remove this angle, alright, that is 70 degree, then I'll get our ACB. So that's why ACB can be written as BCD, that is bigger angle, minus ACD, that is this angle. Alright, so BCD minus ACD is written, so BCD is 115 and ACD is 70. So from here we get our angle ACB to be 45 degree. So this angle is how much? This is 45 degree. Alright, so we found it our second answer as well. Now let us try to show that angle this AC is the diameter. Alright, so this AC is my diameter, so that's what we need to prove. Now if I show that this angle is 90 degree, then we are done, because angle in a semicircle will be always 90 degree. Alright, so my aim is going to be to prove that this angle ADC will be 90 degree. Alright, okay, so we see that this AB arc is subtending two angles, okay, in this segment. Alright, so one is ADB and another is ACB, that is this angle and this angle, so that's why they will be equal. Now we already know that this is 45, so that's why this will also be 45 degree. Alright, okay, now let us see what is our angle ADC. So angle ADC can be written as ADB, that is this angle, plus BDC, that is this angle. Now both ADB and BDC are 45 each, so 45 plus 45 is 90. So that means angle ADC is 90, means what? This means that AC is my diameter. Alright, so that's what we need to prove here. So you may pause the video to note down. Okay, let's see the next question, question number 55. So in this question is very easy for you. Alright, so I have drawn one cyclic quadrilateral here, and it is given that the ratio of angle A and angle C is 3:1. Alright, so in the cyclic quadrilateral this is given to us. So let me take angle A equals to 3x and C equals to x. Alright, now A and C, both of them lie opposite to each other, so that's why their sum will be 180 degree. Alright, so what is A? A is 3x, and what is C? C is x. So from here calculate the value of x, which turns out to be 45 degree, right? So we need to find each angle. Okay, so therefore my A will be 3x, that is 3 into x, that is 45, which turns out to be 135. Alright, and my C will be equals to x, and x is equals to 45. So the value of angle A is 135 and the value of C is just 45 degree. Alright, now similarly the ratio between B and D is given to be 1:5. Alright, so let me take B to be y and D to be 5y. Okay, So from here we have angle B plus angle D will be equals to 180 because they are again opposite to each other. Alright, please make sure that you will write is 2 here. Okay, so this is not equals to, this is 2. Now what is B? B is y, and what is D? D is 5y. So if I do that, then we will get the value of y to be 30. Alright, so therefore my B will be y, right? So B is equals to y, which is equals to 30, and my D will be 5y, that is 5 into 30, which is 150. Alright, so we have found it A, B, C and D. So that's why my final answer will be this much. Alright, so you may pause the video to note down. Okay, let's move on to the next question. So question says, given figure shows a circle with center O and ABP is 42 degree. Okay, so ABP means this angle is given to be 42 degree. So we need to calculate the measure of PQB. So PQB means we need to calculate how much is this angle. Alright, and we need to calculate the sum of these two angles. Okay, so let me join PO and OQ. Alright, so that's what is written out here. Okay, now if you see here, this arc AP subtends angle AOP with the center, and in the remaining part means this part from here to here, this AP makes angle ABP, right? So that's why we can say that this AOP, this will be double this angle, right? So that's what is mentioned here. Okay, so POA is double of PBA. And how much is PBA? PBA means this angle, which is given to be 42 degree. So that's why POA, that means this angle will be how much? This angle will be 84 degree. Alright, so we have AOP plus BOP equals to 180 degree. How? Let us see. So AOP means this angle and BOP means this angle, and since this is a linear pair, because we are getting a linear or we are getting a straight line, so that's why this plus this angle will be 180 degree. Alright, and we know that AOP is how much? 84 degree, right? So from here BOP or POB also you can call it. So this angle turns out to be how much? It turns out to be 96 degree. Alright, now let us look at this arc, that is arc PB. Now this PB forms POB with the center, and in the remaining part it forms PQB. That's what we need to find. So that's why this PQB, that is this angle, will be just half of this angle, isn't it? So that's what is mentioned out here. Alright, and how much is POB? POB turned out to be 96. So from here we get our PQB to be half of 96, which is 48 degree. Alright, so this angle turned out to be 48 degree. Okay, now we need to calculate how much is this angle. So let us see where is triangle PBQ. Okay, so PBQ means we are talking about this triangle. Alright, now we know that some of the interior angles will be 180 degree, right? And one of the angle from here is PQB, whose value is how much? 48. So let us substitute this to 48. So from here we get QPB plus PBQ will be equals to 180 minus 48, which is how much? 132 degree. Alright, so this will be my answer for second part of the question. So you may pause the video to note down. Okay, let's have a look at the last question. So since this is my last question, and since we have seen many problems from this particular exercise, in fact most of the problems are being done by myself, so that's why I'm leaving this last question as homework for you. Alright, so please have a look at all the sums which you have done so far. Compare this sum with the earlier sums and make sure that you solve this particular problem. Okay, so with this we close our exercise 17A. Thank you very much.